Hi people, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens, using our new gain under our SFEG. Alright, you getting something? YouTube? Alright, so what is our goal? What is our goal? What are we doing? What are we trying to do with this technology? As I told you before, Lord already told me the technology is going to be for everybody. He already told me that. I want to do it my way, a certain way, and I got to go with what he tells me to do, and that's what I do. You know. So I got a chance to. I got to get in there and update my website too. Cause I've been sharing my business cards everywhere, and definitely want to add more updates to the website. Anyway. The website's getting a lot of publicity too, because I got a chance to go somewhere with my sister. I tell my sister knows a lot of people. And she got to talking about some of the technology engineer. I got a chance to talk to some of the leaders of the church. And got a chance to pass out my business card quite a bit. So today going out to the park areas and do the mashup demonstration. I brought the people out there from time to time, and I kind of explained to them why they see me walking around a duffel bag and a postal shipping package. That's where I keep my screen in. And showed them some of the demonstrations I was working on and the goals that we're trying to do, or actually are going to do, is develop a daytime projection screen that customers can use outside, companies can use. It means for storefront advertisements. There's so many applications this technology can be used for. So the look on their faces of knowing that they can do away with the white screens. If they are familiar with the gray screens, they don't have to worry about those. And the certified screens that cost a lot of money, they don't have to deal with those either. So that's a great win-win situation. You don't have to worry about that. Oh, you're not getting treats, but you got in trouble. Forget about that for a while. Stopper got himself in some trouble. Stopper lost his treats for a while. You ain't getting treats. You're not getting none. You got in trouble. None. So you just got in trouble. You got in trouble. Those are the rules. I gotta be up to date with the big screen. Okay, you want to set some things up. Pour some stuff on the floor. Put the charger for the other one. So, yeah. Talking to the church. They're going to do a static image screen outside. Well, the problem is those screens are really super expensive and they consume a ton of power. They do. So the technology we have will allow them to be able to produce an image outside with no problem. And on top of that, save them a lot of money. Wouldn't require expensive projectors. Now, I could have sold them the technology, but I decided that I am going to donate a few of these out. So I'm going to actually donate some more. I just won't forget, of course, I'm on there. But the screens they have inside the church, we got TV monitors in there. of course, you know, because any white screen in there is going to wash out completely. Where our technology, you can operate in that environment with no problem, with all the lights on. So, I do want to do dual 150 inches in there. And we can show them how to get the projectors and stuff like that for very affordable. And we can actually operate in that environment easily. Fully lit, all lights on. But even with sunlight piercing through the window with no problem with that technology. Without calibrating or any headaches whatsoever. Love the screens of my black technology. Oh, we're all fun on this one. Get this thing back up and going. I'm just running this one through. You want to see the other computer. So the whole purpose of our technology, what we're doing is allowing people to be able to run their projectors a lot more efficiently than being stuck with the old tradition nonsense of dark environments and forced to calibrate machines and spend money for expensive projectors to fix other people's problems, because that's pretty much what it comes down to. Fixing other people's problems because they can't get their screens to function correctly. And that's why it costs you, the consumer, a lot more money. Now, the screens that do actually do kind of work are gunmetal, but gunmetal screens are very expensive. And one of the biggest problems you're going to have with a gray screen, which is a must requirement, is it has to be to see the black level. You've got the black level, well, it don't work. So, what our goals are going to be? Well, like I said, got a chance to talk to some people, besides on YouTube. Out in the park, got a chance to talk to people about the technology we're working on. And then with the church community, got a chance to talk to a few people out there, which is really nice. Share my business cards a few times here and there. So we're going to do what we plan to do. Have the technology very affordable. Make it so it's accessible for everybody to use. Companies and businesses will work with both with no problem. And make it affordable. Right now, we have the best screen paints on the market. We got the best gain on the market. Even AI has now acknowledged that the sun fusion technology we developed is the best. Any company looking up the best gain will come up first. And pretty soon, we'll put campaigns in about our technology versus ambient projection, which I have a couple of ambient projection high-end screens coming in. See how they work outside in direct sunlight. So this technology goes anywhere it wants to go. We just did a demonstration mashup. I was in 4 different locations showing a fireplace. And go to multiple locations and show a fireplace. That one area right there, out in the city area, it's not an open area. I do want to do a demonstration out there at nighttime. One of the screens, definitely do that. But tonight, we're going to the other place. I'm doing the bigger surface. We don't get rain tonight. I'm trying to figure out who else does this ruffle the feathers of. The other 2 individuals are out of business. So they're just trolls. They're just crying. That's all they're doing, just crying. And I haven't really bumped into anybody on eBay or Amazon at all, period. They kind of stay in their own areas right now. Certified screen doesn't make the attempt to jump towards us. Only one did, that was basically about it. And We haven't heard anything from them in years. So there isn't anybody else. The only people that are just complaining are people who don't have their businesses anymore. Those are the ones that are complaining. They're the ones that are trolled. And the ones that basically worked with them. At the end of the day, to commit the scandals that they were doing, they're the only ones out there crying and whining about it. Oh, look at the size of those bears. That's pretty much it. And to tell you the truth, they're not really giving anything to the community at all, period. The other one basically ripped off thousands of his customers, if maybe more than that, on a product that could easily match house paint, that had no testing whatsoever, that we can easily make ourselves. Anybody can make it. And the other one, again, another fraudulent product that could not be backed up. A screen that couldn't maintain color at all, claimed to be black and darker gray mixes, what the screen couldn't do. A game that doesn't even exist, we all know that. And it doesn't know anything about basically rear projection technology. If he did, he would have as many demonstrations as we have. You know more than us, you should definitely have more videos than us. You have videos that date back 10 years. So, no, he didn't know anything at all, period. Those are the only two. And the other one, in the apartment screaming at a wall, he's got a lot of problems right now. He got a lot of problems. He has psychotic issues. So yeah, that's it. That's a nice pick right there at the end of the day. A really nice pick for you guys in the day. That's pretty bad. That is really, really, really bad. What do you have next? You have, that's it. You don't have anything next. There's nothing else. So, pretty much, everything else is gray. We know we do the gray screens at the end of the day, so no. And the other half is certified, and you see we do the certified. So again, no again. And anybody else claiming to make something, well, it takes some time to learn to make that stuff. It takes years and years and years. It would take you years to do it. So no. You already seen someone do that one already. I've seen someone come up there, you know who it came to that. Partey did that nonsense. They tried to come up with a fast solution, black technology, and it failed twice. They even tried to give it away, and it still failed. Ended up going to wreck someone's screen one day. I swear he's ended up wrecking someone's screen with that mess. Matter of fact, we made it ourselves, which I have a video of it, and it turned out to be absolutely horrible because it was just absolutely horrible. Let's see. So there's no one has any testing as far back as we go. But keep in mind that I got this entire outside area, all these people in all these cities to buy our technology. Already got people saying, when you get the showroom started set up, we'll come in and check it out. We got to see this. And those already out there see us testing the screen, they see it already for their own eyes. Yeah, Mr. Bertha was becoming a millionaire. And with that being said, my goal is going to be to get back to my community and help my community, number one. That's what I'm doing with the money I make. And continue to make a product that can back itself 100%. That's going to now not to put our customers in the way of getting caught up with a fake product that doesn't work, or dealing with a product that, at the end of the day, that lies about its specification capabilities. Because a screen that doesn't work is going to cost you more money. It's going to cost you more money to try to fix the mess. That's where the problem comes in. It's going to cost you so much money just to try to fix the mess. The gray screens require high-end expensive projectors because they don't do well with bringing up proper colors. No matter if you have 4K resolution drops on gray screens because they can't read 100% black levels, which is needed to pick up a higher resolution level. Check it out for yourself. You also can't read that contrast level, which is also too extremely important. Can't boast that one enough. They require expensive high-end projectors, and even all that, you're still going to be stuck in a dark environment. That's what I want to look at over here. Yeah, my battery unit's charged up. I have to be outside later on. So yeah, our goal is better technology for our customers. And the only people that are angry and upset about that are people who make products because they can't rip you off anymore. They don't offer you, they don't tell us, hey, meet us in court. Bring out no one brings out contracts when it's not one person. You know why? The stuff is fake. That's why. So your gravy train is over. That's the end of it. I don't know what you're going to do. Better figure out something. But at the end of the day, you won't be doing that anymore. Unless you're going to try to make a real legit product that's not going to require a god-awful expensive projector, and then tell the customer they got to calibrate the thing to begin with, and then stick them in a dark environment, because you should be operating the same environment I'm operating right now. That's no problem. If I can read in here, you should be able to read in here. And then those of you trying to make black technology, again, you're missing a ton of tests are missing. Where are your tests? How do I know I can't duplicate that stuff with some black house paint or some black fabric? How do I know that? 100%. How can you guarantee me that that black screen paint you're developing is not going to match house paint? Or I can't make it myself. Because we get our hands on it, you know what we're going to do. We're going to test the daylights out of it. And you know we're going to test a black screen. So all that cut and corner nonsense doesn't happen over here. You put you on an up close and personal setup, that's it. People are going to see exactly what your screen really looks like. So that thing is going to have to work. And again, customers shouldn't get ripped off. So, we're going to push to make bigger and better screens, more affordable. And if anyone wants to challenge my company, I'll see you in court. Simple and plain. You lose, and you're going to lose a great deal of money. So, you better hope before you make that suggestion toward us that you think very, very well on that suggestion. Because I can back my technology up anywhere I go. So you will lose a lot of money in the process. Other than that, it's over for anyone who's been out there doing these fake demonstrations and poorly lit environments and telling the customers to spend all this money for expensive machines. It's over. What customer in their right mind is going to sit there and spend the money for a setup, especially at $7,000, that you're stuck in a dark environment? Well, not really stuck in the environment, the high-end grade screens, but you are going to buy projectors with a higher inky capability because they don't pull 100% black, and they are very expensive. And keep in mind, at a $7,000, even $3,000 price line, anything that you pay for your projector is going to tilt you over into that more likely like that $5,000, $6,000 range. That's about the cheapest you're going to get. The cheapest I've seen on a governmental screen is roughly around $3,000. That's a cheap. That's 100 inches. So at 100 inches, you're gonna have a $3,000 or $5,000 screen. And it depends on what type of screen it is and certified. If it's motorized, it's gonna cost you a ton of money. If it's fixed frame, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. So with that being said, 100-inch, easy price range between 3 to 5. Anything you get in a projector at 2,000, if you're going at 5,000, that's 7 grand you're in the hole. Anything that's going to tilt you about 7, 8 grand in the hole easily. And mind you, we can beat those screens. Far less. So, seeing that we're going to these companies, and we're already faced with the fact that they can't get a screen to operate in their environment. Everybody over here has white screens. A gray screen can't do jack for white screen. If I'm in an office building like this, how is a gray screen going to help me? And that's for every gray screen. Answer that question. How does your gray screen help me in my environment? Mind you, we're not doing the projector. We're not spending any more money on the projector. We're not doing that. We're not calibrating. We're definitely not darkening the environment, so how does it work? It doesn't. So if you say your product works in commercial, you lied, because it doesn't. Dedicated theater room. I want to read 100% contrast. When I see Darth Vader's armor, I want to see it in true black. Can you give me that? When I look at the night sky, I want to see it in true black. When I watch Star Wars, a dogfight in outer space, I want to see 100% black. Can you give me that? You can't. So that's no good there, right? What about gaming applications? Can you give me 100% black in Call of Duty, Warhammer, an assortment of games that require heavy black levels? Can you give me that? And can I game my system with the lights on? And again, no high power expensive projectors. I don't want to pay the money for it. Can't do that either. So that's not going to work either. What about outside? Got a white projection screen. What are the benefits I'm going to get on your product, a white projection screen? What time of the day can I fire it up? Am I going to receive 100% contrast levels with this? How much money is this projector going to cost me at the end of the day? Am I going to be forced to calibrate the machine? Do I got to wait till it gets dark outside before I can use it? Not going to work either. Tabletop projection technology. Tabletops. Is your technology interactive with projector mapping technology, interactive technology, and 3D applications? You have proof of this. You don't. With projector mapping, you have to read 100% contrast to read a black level. You can't read off projector mapping, it won't work with it. So, no, not going to work. Floor projection. Now, if we want to do a floor projection demonstration, I want to do a star field, any form of visual effects with any kind of form of abstract art. Can I see this when using a floor projection? No, because there's more light that hits the floor than anything else. So that's not going to happen. What if I want to use it for an infinity ceiling? I'm going to project to the ceiling, to the stars, the whole entire infinity design. I have a friend of mine, she suffers from anxiety. I want to do her ceiling for her. It's relaxing to watch the stars and stuff. Can you do that? Heck no, you can't do that. We already know that from the door. You can't read a contrast or project. You ain't definitely doing a ceiling. So with that being said, that is all the applications and much, much more a gray screen or white screen can't operate, even the certified can't operate in. Window technology, y'all can't go near that. You have to absorb 100% sunlight to go through a window. Because if not, it's going to end up costing the customer a lot of money. So that's why I see the demonstrations when I see window projecting technology. Either I see it on a cloudy day, or I see it at where sunlight is on the opposite side of the street, or if there is sunlight actually striking the building, which I don't see, I mainly see awnings. You know how much money an awning costs to wrap around a building? So I'm going to convince you to buy my product and spend a couple $1,000s for an awning to wrap around your building. And that's going to be a freaking expensive. Including the projectors they're probably using in the demonstrations to do it are probably a couple grand. So our technology is far better. With our technology allows our customers to read 100% contrast regardless of the projector. Work with all types of applications. It's in mapping, hologram, 3D, the whole 9 yards. Can be projected to ceilings and put in an infinity ceiling that can reduce a 100% black star field to the ceiling or floor, turn both to liquid, doesn't really make a difference. Puts up tremendously high white levels that allows our technology to be to operate in massive environments with huge amounts of lighting in the environment the screen can still operate and see. Our customers require no calibrating, no special screens for ultra short throw, no again, if I say expensive projectors, they don't even need 4K if they don't want it. When you look at my customer demonstrations, my customers go outside to play, where others are just inside to stay. We're good, because you can't go out there. Also, technology we have here can also be used for advertising technology. Clean push through on both sides. We also can make it in multiple different colors. We have the ability to allow the screens with its outstanding gain capabilities that allows it to be able to absorb in tons of light without the screen washing out or fading. You want a microphone from this side? I think we are. Snow screensavers. Advertising technology. And ad tech by itself, without ILEG, has outstanding capability to do anything it wants to do. It's what we call the perfect screen. It can change its color to black, green, blue, whatever, and still maintain high white levels. It can be used for any form of advertising technology, inside and out. And the projection screen side of it, one of the black ones, literally generates a white level so high it makes gray screens look off. At 15%, that technology is operating anywhere it wants to go. They like the fact that I was talking to one of the guys outside, so like the black technology we have, I showed them the pictures and demonstrations of the videos and stuff. Of course, they're on the website right now. That screen can operate in fully lit environments, and they're sitting in a dark environment. He has a projector set up. He's sitting in a dark environment. He can't get the screen to run. It changes the entire wall into a projection screen. They like that fact. They can paint anything you want. Desks, whatever you want, doesn't make a difference. Anything they want, they can paint it. Ceilings, whatever. And this technology right here, which is the Sun Fusion Energy Gain, goes anywhere it wants to go. It's one of the most powerful screens we have now. Possibilities in advertising is endless. For the person who has a storefront business or whatever you may have, your possibilities of advertising is absolutely endless. All you have to do is think of it. That's it. You're not required. If I walk into a storefront right now to do a business with them, do I need an awning? No. Can I operate at 9 o'clock in the morning? Yes. Can I take a direct sunlight? Yes, I can. We did it at 50 lumens outside. Without, mind you, they're going to be inside when they do this. Without any form of protection for the projector or the screen. Is calibrating involved? No. Do I need expensive machines? No. All demonstrations we did for our company were under $200. We bought projectors off eBay. See, that's a track record I built for myself. Doesn't cost the customers any money. You see the shock on their face. The shock on their face every time I tell them it's going to cost them. You pay $200, under $200 for a projector. The shock on their face is like, wow. Because they're used to seeing $5,000 for each machine, $4,000 for projector, $2,000 for projector, $3,000 for projector. anywhere they want to go. So I can easily sell them that technology at the end of the day. You got it on the surface, attach it to your window, advertise with it, take it home, watch movies off of it. You can take it with you. Not like the decal stickers, you can't take that with you. This investment, take it anywhere you want. You can even hang it up. It becomes a virtual menu. You can have an AI come up there and explain and bring your menu to life with all kinds of different form of comedian, let's put it this way, displays. You can have a hamburger come on the screen and dance in front of you and make itself and whatever. You can do anything you want. You got a gaming store, comic store, you can do comic books, displays, animation right on your glass. Gaming stores, you can turn the screen into a giant Pac-Man, or you can turn it into Space Invaders, whatever you want. It's how big you dream, how big you want to go outside the box. That technology allows you to do it. Other projection screens are going to cost you money. Gray screens, expensive projectors. Calibration, dark environments. That's in the past. That's past stuff at the end of the day. Certified screens, expensive. Projectors you add to it, anything you add to it is going to tilt the scale of being even more expensive. Any gray screen that claims to have ambient light projection technology, those are nightmare screens. Why? Can't be in a fully lit environment. I don't care what you have at the end of the day. The ambient light projection may reflect the light, but it's not going to stop your screen from not picking up a contrast level and color, so you got to be in the dark with those. Despite you claim to be ambient light projection, good luck with that one. And again, they require expensive projectors. Certified screens. You ain't taking that outside. There ain't no way in the world you're going to take a $5,000 screen outside. That thing takes heat. It has any problems with that film or damage, you wreck your screen. Who knows what the elements is going to do to it. Ultra short throw compatible. Most of the screens require another type of screen in order to run ultra short throw, and they're not black, by the way. So you won't be spending the money for a projector with inky contrast, and again, like I said, you can't see. The contrast is not going to happen. So that technology right there, the future does whatever it wants to do. And that black technology over there can do things that other screens can't do. Like operating 24,000, which we have in the ceiling right now, of light. Including with the halo system attached to it. And that technology over there can pick up at 300 lumens outside. One code application has a bleed-through process, which we showed multiple times. That's multiple testing and even where the product is even sold. All these screens carry a batch number verifications, which means all products are tested before shipped out. All cut products are tested before even sold to the customer. Everybody else giving you that backing? No, they're not. They're just trying to debunk the batch number so they don't have to do it themselves. Here's the thing. You can get on YouTube all you want. You can try to debunk the batch number. Bottom line is we take your company to court. There's no way around those things at the end of the day. You'll have to go to court in front of a judge and explain why your company is missing a ton of testing that you are literally supposed to have for a screen that they asked me at the end of the day, Mr. Bird, how do you know this? Because I'm an expert in the field. I have over 13,000 demonstrations. I got test demonstrations that go a mile long. You've tested just about everything you could possibly think of because we do the test. Good luck, I'm trying to shine it from my knowledge in this field. So yeah. Customers, you're going to get what you pay for. You don't want to get ripped off. And if you believe how bad it can get, the horror stories behind it, go to the blacklist. The blacklist, we got people got caught matching house paint, stealing Google images, everything you can fraud you can think of to try to sell a screen paint product. Lie, manipulate, and steal. Now, saying the rest of them, no, we haven't had that problem. Just two of them actually gave off that kind of vibe. Okay, looking pretty nice over there. When's you ever made a Mexican ghost pepper Coca-Cola? Is there a ghost pepper Coca-Cola? Ghost pepper Coca-Cola? Oh. Great goodness, there is one. Well, we got to get our hands on this. I need this for advertising. I can put a nice fire around it, so flame around it. This is the cool thing about invisible screens. Everything comes up invisible, it comes up in black. It's pretty cool. Black background, beta fish. So that's the surface I just had outside. I had that thing outside, I had it in the park, I had that thing everywhere. Now we got on the front desk. It goes anywhere it wants to go. If I sit there on camera and say, my screen right here goes anywhere it wants to go, I can make that statement because I've got tons of videos of me outside with these screens picking up anywhere I want to go. When we do a commercial, we can have somebody on the desk, doing a little gaming, look outside, see it's sunny out there, like, go outside and do some gaming. Go outside and do some gaming outside the screen. Everybody else is trapped in the dark. Now, next stage is making the product more affordable so companies can make the money, can get something out of this, and customers can get something out of this. I got 4 churches I'm donating this technology to because they want to do a kind of doing this LCD displays outside their church, but again, like I said, very expensive. So we're going to basically put our technology out there. I got a couple of churches that will be doing their churches in the inside because they have the LED monitors, and from just sitting that way in the back, you really can't see those things that well. I'm going to put 150-inch screens in. When we do demonstrations in a church, the environment is fully lit. I don't know why we wouldn't. We specialize in ambient projection technology. That's why I can't understand somebody who claims to have our technology. Why are you in the dark? Why? The screens can't work in fully lit environments. If you were doing a demonstration, it's certified. Certified with 0.8, 0.9. It can easily survive in this lighting right here. The reason why they're in that environment is because the screen doesn't work. That's why. It's to make their screen look better. That's why they need the dark. Yeah, that see-through screen the LG want to charge all that money for it? Well, it ain't happening. They can charge all they want. They got competition now. But the difference between their front projection, mine's front and rear, mine can go outside in the sun, theirs can't. My screens are also submersible. Those you're into holograms and projector mapping applications and all that stuff, these screens submerge underwater. We got a fish tank coming up next. Whole different formula for the fish tank. This is going to be a tank attached to your wall for visual display, or visual kind of art display. They run off 50 to 500 lumen projectors, that's it. You can operate in a fully lit environment, no problem. If you want a crazy fish tank in your wall, add any kind of fish you want, change it out at will. Add in mermaids, a kraken, city of Atlantis, anything you want. That's our capability. So the purpose of our technology is to give the customer more and better technology without it costing them more money to try to fix problems. And if people make products today, well, those who give you less, give you less. And still going to cost you more money because, again, it requires high-end projectors to fix it. As somebody once said in their videos, saving you hundreds, you can't save hundreds if you can't save the money yourself. You have to spend $3 for a projector to get your stuff to work, and you're still in a dark environment trying to fake it. Then you're not giving the customer anything at all but problems. especially when you design a return policy that's strictly made that you can't ship the product back or do anything about it. Once you find out that it isn't what it is. Our black technology. Gray screen. Now, I got some gray screens up there saying that that is not my product. My product would never what? Are you saying because that's Jamie's product? Are you saying that your product would never do that? Is that what you're saying? Because if you're saying it does otherwise, you lie. If you're saying you read 100% contrast, like this, then you lie to your customer. Because you can't read that. Now, you may make it a little different. You may add a little something different to it that he doesn't. But all in all, at the end of the day, you can't read that. You don't pick up black. You don't pick up black, you don't pick up color. You don't pick up color, you can't absorb light, like the black technology can, so you don't have ambient light rejection technology. And they claim you have a 2.0, you do not have that. That's a pretty high gain, it's 2.0. A black diamond has a 1.4, and it can do something that your screen can't do. It's a little darker than your screen. So it's a 1.4, so how do you have a 2.0? Now the claim was for the black screen. But our technology read a white level so low that a gray screen could pick up a much higher white level than us in better color. And our color levels came out unwatchable. Mind you, if we catch you, any of your videos, anything, I'm giving you fair warning. If we catch any of these videos out there, this is going to cost you some money. You're going to have to prove in a court of law, as you're seeing, what we have right here, that our black technology read a color level or white level so low that the screen became impossible to watch. If you cannot achieve this in court, and you get one of these letters from my attorney requesting you to come in court and back the claim that you made in social media, it's going to cost you a cool $1 million. Doesn't make if you financially don't have this money, it doesn't make a difference. You're still going to get hit with a lawsuit. And if we find out that you made enough of these videos, then criminal charges will be brought up against you. And mind you, when you take it to federal court, this involves fraud, so this can get you anywhere from a minimum of 1 year to 30. So I hope you're ready for that. Because imagine if we're in a courtroom right now, how bad this is going to be for you. Pretty bad. I'm not the lighting they have in the courtroom, but like this. So these are the demonstrations we call up close and personal. Pick any gray screen, any one of you, and stick you against this whole setup we have here. No expensive projectors, only 300 lumens, 720p projector. It's below the 600 by 800 res, and you're going to have to read next to this technology. Now, this is the projector I'll be bringing to court with me. I'm not going to bring any high power machines, don't need any of that. You should be able to operate with this with no problem. And I figure it makes a bigger statement when we bring in such a low lumen projector in such a high powered environment, showing that even our white levels can operate at 300 lumens in a fully lit environment, when others made statements that on projectors that they had were way more powerful than what you have here. The other products didn't work. See what I'm getting at here, gentlemen? Your demonstrations use high powered machines, 3,000, 2,000, whatever it may be, and we're in a courtroom at 300. When the technology you claim, well, didn't work. So we're going to request receipts. All the usual stuff we request for. And mind you, if you lose your shirt in there, it can get pretty bad. Starting lawsuit is $1 million. They go up after that. And for customers, well, the lighting we have in here, this is what you should be seeing in every demonstration on YouTube. You should be seeing demonstrations with this much light. That's one color level there. Okay, no screensaver, cottage. Several cottages on there. Let me check them all out. Every time we make that statement, it scares the daylights out of them. They want to forget that's going to happen, but I keep reminding them that it is going to happen. We're going to be in court over this mess. Now, my goals are basically, like I said, to develop better products for our customers, but I also have other goals too. And those three goals involve attorneys and individuals that are designed to track down individuals no matter where you may hide on this earth. That's what their jobs are, and then they get paid for that. And they're certified for it, is to figure out where you're at. So we can have that attorney send you a nice little letter to your front door saying, hey, we caught some YouTube videos on you, slandering our company. We're going to challenge you in court on this. Here you go. Get yourself an attorney. He's going to basically advise you to seek legal counsel. It'll explain the whole entire thing. It'll explain the titles of the videos, what they found, the whole 9 yards, everything. Now, you'll probably go back into your account and probably try to delete those videos. And I remember to tell you something ahead of time. They were copied already. They've been copied. From front to back, they were copied. They'll let you know in the letter your videos were copied, they were dubbed. So the evidence is there to go to court. So you figure it out from there. We're not sending out cease and desist orders. We're not bothering with that. Straight lawsuits right from the door. If we got the evidence to prosecute you, what's the point of telling you to take something down? We can get you for it. Oh, they got someone painting that thing in? Oh, they are painting the cottage in. Let's see, they got several versions of this cottage. This is the one in... Look at the gray screen. See how the colors come out pasty and pale? Yeah, I can't read color. There are several versions of the cottage. It's night version. There is same family. It's a night version. There is a summer version. There's an autumn version. Christmas version. You get to see more and more of it when they show up a little bit more of this cottage set up. Pretty cool to watch, huh? It changed a little bit too, because I remember the boat wasn't there and the boat's there now. The boat was on the side. And they had a car in the back there. There's no cars out there back there anymore. And that's the night village you have there. Which of course you can't see it on the gray screen because it can't read contrast. Now I can play the Snow Cottage alone by itself. The white contrast in color and still won't read on a gray screen. That would be a cool screensaver to push through a sheet of glass come Christmas time. Like I said, I have people contact me saying, hey, my product wouldn't do the same. Yes, it would do. Yes, if it's gray, it's going to do the same thing. And I don't care what you put in it, it's going to do the same thing, the same reaction. The ambient projection screen, say make that a gray, they have the same reaction too. They don't change anything either. Come on. There you go. That's right. Get them sad puppy dog eyes, just like dogs do. Like baby eyes like he's starving to death. You ain't starving to death. You eat plenty of food. He wants the treats. I give him treats anymore. Just like little kids. There's the night version of it. That's the town. There's a town, and then there's the Christmas cottage. The cottage is connected to the town. The cottage is off the country, and that's the town version because they drive to. I like these because they always put something in here interesting. You look closer, you can see people sledding. You can see people walking back and forth in the windows, stuff like that. Excuse me, whoever did the screensaver did a fantastic job. And make sure the traffic lights come on and kiss them across the street safely, pedestrians. The autumn version in the Snow Cottage, which again doesn't even read on a gray screen for Jack. Hey, cornflakes. How it be? How it be, cornflakes? How it be. Cornflakes. Then look at me, your crazy nicknames. How dare you call me cornflakes? How dare you call me cornflakes? That's another good one. I like this one. This is an ideal picture I would love to have for a house built. Nice little windmill. That's power right there. But they're probably using it basically for grinding up grain and whatever. But that would make it fantastic for energy. These are nice to watch. And you got the night version of the cottage at nighttime. Find it. Snow cottage, nighttime. Oh, she put down. Snow cottage screensaver, nighttime. What are you fussing about? What's the name is called? Winter College. Nighttime, Winter College. Cottage, not college. We're going to be going through this nightmare today. The microphones do not want to play right today. Let me see if we got her. We got some hoopla. Oh, we did get hoopla. Winter Cottage 3D nighttime screensaver. Okay, there it is, right there. There's the night version. So again, night version doesn't run on gray screen. The autumn, the spring, and the winter is the only one that will run, but half of that's off because it can't pick up the deep dark blues or any of the contrast that's in the screensaver. So, before I buy your screen paint, anybody, ask you a few questions. In the environment, 24,000 in the ceiling. I'm not changing my projector. I'm going to do the specification of my Epson projector over there. It's a 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. Gotta remember that contrast is on that thing. I know contrast is pretty low on it. I'm expecting for it to work in my environment. I'm not darkening my environment. I'm in an office. I'm not basically spending more money for an expensive projector. I plan to use the one I'm using right there. How can you make it work for me? I'm going to hear what we got to hear at the end of the day. I ask everybody that question, including certified. I do want 100% contrast. I don't want to calibrate. I don't want any of that nonsense at all from the door. Tell me how we get this to work in my environment. What they're going to do is basically treat it like they're selling a car. Well, you're going to have to get rid of that 720p. It's just not going to work for today's setups. You're just really going to upgrade to a more higher advanced. There you go. Mary lost me right there with that one. So I'm not doing it. You're going to have to use some form of ambient controlled environment because you know darn well we can't pull contrast levels. Let's go with it. Ambient control the lighting in the environment. Not too dark, but just enough for you to be able to see better contrast. What about our colors? We should just calibrate them. I guarantee I'm here. Do we need calibrating software? Most likely yes. So, you just told me to spend more money for a projector, so I got to calibrate that darn thing and stick it in a dark environment because my contrast can't pull it. That sounds like a hint to me. I always get that dumb nonsense. It's a requirement. It's the way it's supposed to be. I'm not doing it. So it's a requirement, right? Alright, I'll shoot them with a video. This is what we do. This is what we think about the requirement. Then what do? You're watching a 100% black screen, generate high white levels, work in a fully lit environment, projectors cost under $200, requires no calibrating. Then what? That's what you're competing with. What does it cost our customers? About $300-400 for the paint. And roughly, projectors, under $200. If they spent money for their projector, at least they're getting what they're paid for. And the contrast level comes with that projector. You can turn that thing off because you won't need that. Definitely won't be stuck in a dark environment. And if you don't have an HDMI port, it doesn't really make a difference. Who cares? At the end of the day, those who haven't spent the money for a projector, if you got $3,000 in your wallet, you'll be doing under $200 with us. And anybody who feels the need that this demonstration was completely fake, do me a favor, sign our contract, see us in court. If not, well then, zip it. If we find it, you're in a lot of trouble. That's how that one works. You got to be to back your products up, gentlemen. Got to be to come out there and back it up or pack it up. And as I say before, say nay to gray. Can't back it up. I didn't I say in the last demonstration, I said, I'm going outside to play. And that's what I did, right? I shot videos this minute, did a nice little fireplace mashup. We can project our fireplace anywhere we want to go. Right? I was just out there, did a video right there. I'll come back in here, show a demonstration with the big screen on. $16.25 for the Epson Powerlight S6. Came back in here, did the QME 300 lumen projector. Hit the screen, gray screen failed as usual. Tell you that the goals of our technology basically is to bring a much more high powered, better, more efficient technology, which we're doing right now, right in front of you. Backing it up every step of the way. And then putting out a warning for those people who talk too much. Careful what you say, because again, I can walk this anywhere I want and back it up. Question is, can you back up what you said about my technology without getting sued for $1 million? The question is that you can't. There you go. That's why we got nobody stepping to it like, I'll sign that contract. We got one person stepped yet. Only thing you do is get on your camera and just talk nonsense. Go on your YouTube and talk nonsense, but you won't sign that document. Fernando already has documents coming to his place. 6 of them. These documents would require to back it up or see us in court. Including the screen paints he's going to have to back up because he's missing 2. Mind you, I feel cheated in this one. I did the network great one. 3 paints. I feel that I should get my other 2 in there. He needs to do them. You skipped 2 of them. So you need to do this demonstration. You're going to talk trash on camera, finish the demonstration. Someone's saying some paint, get it done. Those who don't know, we started the Sherman Williams challenge by taking some paint and matching it to 3 of his paints. He only did 1. That's the last we heard of it. Pulled the video and ran. But we're missing 2 more. So we suggest you get them done. But if you're going to send it back to me with the letters and making the statements you made on your YouTube channel about us. Mr. Fernando feels if he sends everything back, that's the last. No, it's not the last we're going to use it against you in court. We're suing you. Remember, your lawsuits coming your way. Your criminal charges are coming your way. I got a meeting next week with the FBI about that whole nonsense we got going on in the desk with the control order. So with that being said, all this is going to come up in court. We'll give him an opportunity to back himself. He can't back it. Meanwhile, since you can't back it, those of you who trusted him to buy his products, you can't even back your product either. So, question, what did you buy? What did you get from him? house paint. You bought house paint from us. So it's got everyday house paint. And that's the reason why they're challenging this company in court, because they're saying he committed mass fraud. He ripped off a bunch of his customers, and he sold them nothing more than everyday house paint. Now, he can get up there and rant all he wants. See, he hasn't. I'll send you some more paint. You want? If I catch you opening your mouth, Fernando, one time about how you did rip your customers off, I will send so much great paint to your front door, you will literally think, the neighbors will literally think that you're repainting your apartment all gray. They'll think you're painting the entire building. I mean, better not hear you say out of your mouth. I will send everything that I'll send, what's it? Network gray, there's about 8 different versions of gray paint that comes with the 235 sample sheet. I'll send you over everything from Lowe's. We got a whole bunch of stores out here, man. I'll be sending paint to you every week. We're tracking numbers. Everybody will get tracking numbers. So I better not hear you say that, make that statement. Mind you, we're challenging court on this already. So I better not hear you make that statement on camera. I will send that paint to your front door. And I'll send that refusal to you multiple times. What you gonna do? Scream harassment? You're gonna scream harassment about paint that's yours. Now that doesn't sound right. That means you can't back it if you gotta scream harassment, right? There you go. I mean, if you're gonna scream harassment, then what did you tell the church? Did you tell them that the product worked? Did you tell your customers that the product worked? What did you tell them? Or did you lie to them? Now keep in mind, you're gonna go to court for this. So if you scream that, hey, he was harassing me by sending me my own paint to me, that's not going to work too well. As for the other paints, you did those videos already. We're just basically bringing them back to life for you and sending it back to you. With Sherwin-Williams, you're missing 2 paints. You did bare silver screen. What about the rest of those paints on bare silver screen? I would like to see it. I'm pretty sure everybody else would like to see that. We used your tutorial video and a reversal to make the rest of your grayer mixes. I'll send that to you too. So, I think everybody would like to see it. A side-by-side demonstration of the Frankenstein and your other mixes next to Bullseye Primer. Or basically, a black and white reversal. I would like to see it. I'd like to see you test yourself. Why won't you do it? So if that be the case, if I ever catch you mentioning that your products are this, that, and the other, I'll send paint up to you. And you'll send it back. And everybody who have the tracking number, it'll be posted everywhere. Don't make excuses. You rip people off, you rob them. I got several goals, Mr. Fernando. One of my goals is basically to develop better technology than everybody else and to do it for much more affordable. Another goal is to find every single individual that was involved in the prosecution of my company and bring it before the courts. Third one is to basically utterly and completely destroy you, which ain't going to be hard to do because we have enough evidence you can choke a horse. But I'm going to make sure as we get to these court dates that we send you guys everything we need to make sure you can back up whatever you're saying on YouTube. We'll give you the opportunity to back it up because sooner or later you're going to have to go into a courtroom and do the same thing. Whether you like it or not, you're going to paint that paint in that courtroom. Because my lawyer is going to suggest it and that judge is going to order you to do it. So what are you going to do then? So better you get over it now and show us what your paints really do. I think I need to send you back up. I'm going to give you another chance on the Metallica mix. I'm going to send you another fresh box up. This one's mine. And along with that, we'll do the Network Gray 773 versus the personal mix, which I did, and the Metallica mix. We have to do those two and finish those two. And then we'll get ready to start send you some darker gray mixes that I guarantee will match your stuff easily. For much cheaper. And the ingredients will be posted for everybody to see. Now, if you're going to say, well, I'll send you black paint. Fernando, we've been requesting a black paint for the longest time. Where the frig is my black paint, by the way? Can you send this to me so I can have my black paint? Thank you. I got testing to do. For those of you who don't know, we sent him a certified letter requesting for him to send us black paint. So he made a claim saying our products were nothing but black paint. And I sent you your letter, right? The judge will have a copy too. And we never sent it. It was so sad that we had to make skeleton memes about, well, waiting for time. When's it going to get here? I even used a song called Time by Pink Floyd. Nothing. Nothing. Because you know what? I'd embarrass the daylights out of you on camera. That's why. This one cost you money, by the way. And time. A lot of time. We never got it. I even gave you permission to make my product, didn't I? And what happened? You failed twice. Couldn't make it black. You kept putting silver and mica and white paint and what the heck that was all about. It kept coming up gray. You failed twice to do it. And then it came with this bubbly texture. That's when I saw the bubbly texture on it. That English muffin texture that popped up when you rolled it over. That's what Danny puts in his paint. Danny puts water in his paint, a lot of it. They gave it a kind of a skin-like coating texture. And that's what I saw on the paint over there. Because when Danny painted in the screen, that bubble effect popped up. That's why he pulled the video. They kind of told on each other. That's why the video went missing. He had a video went missing. It's a paint down demonstration. Oh, that's paint down demonstrations. I got them things for, I got a document. I got them actually dubbed. Man, those demonstrations were horrible. Man, that one he had, the goopity-goo, that was a nightmare. That whole, the paint number one was very, very thin because it had a lot of water in it. But they're expecting the customer to pour out like a foot of paint that's going to be approximately, not approximately 3 inches wide. That's not going to happen if you pour out paint. It's going to expand. It's going to go here and here, especially if it's thin. It's definitely going to expand. He didn't even get that right in the demonstration. He said a 3, and he put down 2. And he didn't get 2 inches. I don't even know what that was. There's paint going here and there. And then your wife was trying to paint the screen in, and the rollers weren't even spinning. It was just smearing the paint all over the surface. You're like, oh, one of the steps is you have to get the screen wet. How dumb. Do you think people aren't in the day? Really? You said that out of your mouth? You know when you paint a wall, it becomes wet, right? That's why they call it wet paint. Duh! Man, I mean, seriously, did anyone listen to that whole thing? They were in the forum sites crying. He literally said that the first application is designed just to get the screen surface wet. And what's that supposed to do once you get the surface wet? What's that for? And explain what that was for. Did you know when you paint a wall, it's automatically wet? That's why they have a sign that says, caution, wet paint. Because it's wet, not dry. You're not putting on a powder coat. You're basically painting the wall, so the wall would be wet, right? Oh, really? Seriously? What's that mean when the guy blinks and just looks at you and blinks? Trying to sit to the side. What the heck? Yeah. Then if you put on 5 applications, 5 applications of different color paints, you made a statement that I never said anything about multiple containers. You're going to have multiple containers, Sparky. If you have 4 different colors of paint, how are you going to put that in one container? If cross-contamination of colors, you're going to come out looking like sherbet. When you mix all the colors, going to that dark gray. How would that even work? That's one magic freaking container if you could do that. Forget the paint. You just figured out how to ship multiple paint in one container without it cross-contaminating the colors. Again, no. You want to have multiple containers. So the reason why the rollers were spinning, because that's the same thing we went through when we did the first paint he said he gave away for free. The black paint, he put Vaseline in it, body gel. That's why you have a separation of the pigment, whatever you put in there, had that issue. Coming from not living your head rent free. You guys don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. That's why it's our job to take you guys to court. People like you, you're the poster child for that nonsense. It's our job to challenge you in court. I like how Epson did it, how they challenged Valva. That's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in some lawyers to challenge people. We catch you on channel talking bull, no, you can't back that stuff up. We'll see you in court. Starting with them first. When we get done with them, I guarantee you, if you go in there and you say something that's not true about your product, and you're ripping people off, we'll figure it out. Look at this mess. Look at this freaking $90 house paint. $90 to $85 house paint. That is a crying shame. Some of you got this sitting on your wall right now. How's that working out for you? Unbelievable. Partial lit and it still sucks. How does this work for you guys at the end of the day? Got on camera talking about, oh, you see the clarity, you see the, oh my goodness. Good gracious. Watch his videos now, you see how much bullcrap that guy was dishing out on you. My honest opinion. Boy, you wouldn't know what honest was. If honest would slap you in the face, you wouldn't know what honest is. You don't have an honest opinion. I can't say for other things you have in life, but I can say one thing about screen paint. Honest opinion is not for you. So it's so far from you, you would need freaking like satellite link-to-link GPS from NASA on how far it is away from you. And you know, on this Earth, I mean, some far distance galaxy that doesn't even exist. The Hubble telescope couldn't even find any of the probes. That is awful. Well, you see his goal at the end of the day. Rip up a whole bunch of people, take your money, go on vacation with it, spend it any way he wants to, and you're stuck with that for the rest. Well, you can't do this without the other business with close customers. But you're stuck with that. So where you gonna go? White screen? Yeah, right. That don't work. That's worth. White screen's worse than that. So that's not gonna work. Certified? Look, man, you complain about the price of my paint. You definitely can't afford no certified. And if you could afford certified, any screen you get, I can take it out. So yeah, that would suck. But the customer sat there and said to me that he went out and bought this high-end screen. And said to me, he said something nasty. Now he got nasty with us at first about something. I don't think he got nasty. He just got nasty with us. And the dude, is your problem? He said, well, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so you feel like you're one of those people who have a little money, and you feel the need to disrespect people, and you feel you're going to throw money at people, and they're just going to pick it up and grab it because you think they're desperate. Got the wrong person. So, long story short, got a little discussion. We're fine. I don't want you to get old paint. I say, fine, I want you to have it. Bye. Contacted me later on, told me he picked up a screen. Well-known company, we tested already. The one that reached out to us and said our product had potential, if you know what I mean. Shows me the screen. And what am I supposed to do? He says, well, I got this. I'm going to be buying stuff. All right, good for you. Here you go. I got a little literature for you to read. Read the literature, complete attitude, completely changed. So bottom line is, he was going to spend about $560. He ended up spending 20 grand for a screen that he can't return. These things are unreturnable. I don't know, I can't say they're unreturnable. They're returnable, but it's a process. It's a $20,000 screen. So I know there's a process involved with it. I had a heck of a time trying to return a leaf screen one time. I know the return. I can't say that. I know the returnable somewhere. But it is a process. It's a very expensive screen. But anyway, after reading the literature, attitude change. Now you're having a stressful day at work, and you think at the end of the day that that's going to help your situation. Or basically, you know, how it is, you know, a stressful day, you know. No. You got to learn how to talk to people at the end of the day. So guess what? You keep your screen, and you don't do business with me. Enjoy your lifetime ban. And now look today. Now we have the only one in the world that has basically a technology that can read through direct sunlight, and he can't get access to this because it's a lifetime ban from my company. So he can never ever buy it. Ever. Keep in mind that in my contracts, there are certain countries that have lifetime bans with us. There's also customers that we have a list that we have lifetime bans, that anytime I sign a contract, you're actually added into the contract that they can't sell to you. If they sell to you, there's a penalty for selling to you. I make sure that the ban stays on forever. Next time you learn not to disrespect people. You never know where their technology is going to go. Look at that. Easy coco. Easy coco. Alright, phone's charging up. As long as charge. Gotta be outside pretty soon to play around. I can't wait. I can't wait to be outside with the new technology and the big facilities. I'm gonna take the 300 numbers off the need. Oh, excuse me, people. What you're doing with the crushing, the crushing, 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 crushing. So naysayers, you don't like my new goal? My goals at the end of the day? My goals don't even involve you. You don't make anything anymore. What do y'all make now? You don't have anything. You don't make anything. So why in the world are you worrying about my goals at the end of the day? You know who should be worried about my goals? People that are still functioning and still making screen paint products. They should be worried about my goals. You shouldn't be worried about it. You don't make any product anymore. Having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. So white screen gives you nothing. Gray screen gives you something next to white screen. Our technology gives you everything. We did this against certified, remember? Same thing. Now, I plan to have these displays just like this in our showrooms. Big displays so everybody can see it everywhere. And the new network room my buddy's going to hook up that allows our cameras to network all over the world. Everyone can see, which is a better technology. Heck, we even put in a survey. I bet you we win every single one of them. We got DJ screens coming up too. I got these DJ screens for development. Someone's asking us about that. Are we doing DJ screens? Yeah, we are doing DJ screens. I got a couple we're gonna be hooking up pretty nice. The DJ screens I see today are white. Why would you make a transparent DJ screen white? Did you know that DJ displays, visual effects require a 100% black level behind to get those colors to pop? There you go. Golf simulators. Why are they even white? Good luck getting that grass to pop. This would be a nice green, lush grass. Not faded grass, like basically somebody went through with a flamethrower and tried to regrow it. Hell, white outdoor projection screens. This is the part I don't get. Inside, you have darker screens, but outside, where you would need the darker screen, you don't have it. It's white. Man, that's going to cost you so much money for a projector to somewhat fix that mess, and it's still going to be a mess. All right, my time is up. Gotta go. Thank you for your time. God bless. I'm so glad we had this time together. Anyway, yeah, it just shows at the end of the day that our goals, basically, the only people that are upset about that and our goals are people who products that didn't make it that long and fizzled out and burned out, and those basically couldn't back their products up to begin with. And the other half at the end of the day that knows that once that screech reaches 100%, it is over. And I mean over, they know it's coming, it's going to be over. Mind you, if what I'm doing in my video demonstrations, what I'm doing outside on that new technology, that SFEG, is ticking you off, and you think you can catch up to that, let me explain to you. The screen's 15% completed. It's not 100% yet. When I reach its 100% form, you can't even touch it. So you can't even touch a 15 right now. That's why we're getting the record of having that 15% halfway, not even halfway done, showing what it can do. It's kind of like giving you a warning that it's over. what it's doing. It's warning you. No matter what you try, no matter what you do, you can't stop it, you can't beat it, and you can't overpower it. It's time for the customers to have a better screen. It's time for that for customers to have a better screen. And dealing with the crap that's on the market right now. And any one of you companies, anybody, I don't care who you are, any one of you companies feel at the end of the day that my demonstrations aren't real, sign the contract, we'll see you in court. You know how it works. You know what we say at the end of the video. Other than that, it's coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Customers are going to get a fair share this time around. They're going to get a better product. Companies are going to be to do more at the end of the day. And your technology, well, no one's going to buy it. What if we're going to spend $7,000 for a screen that can't even compete with our technology? There you go. There you go. Hey, it's a gaming technology. Yeah, well, it's a gaming. That was the gaming technology. You should have. This is the other one. We have the gamer over here, and we have this one over here. Oh, I'm not game right anyway. Now put that back and open it over here. Now, for those who are saying, but isn't the gamer and the other screen exactly the same? Are they exactly the same? I wonder. We have the original one, which is used for ad tech, and then we have the one which is the gamer. Do you think they look the same? I'm curious. Let's have a look here. I like to entertain trolls real quick. Let's see. Do they look the same? Let's see. Oh, they don't look the same. That is a gamer right there. And that's when we show on the screen. This is the one we use for advertising right here. You know, this is the original one. And this is the gamer version. Look, the gamer version is much different. It has a weird tone color to it, doesn't it? Ooh, you thought they were the same, didn't you? On your channel, ranting and carrying on, talking about, he's just scamming people. They're both the same. Are they both the same? Do they look the same to me? They look the same? I don't know. They look the same to me. See? It's the reason why we don't show you this stuff up front, because we like to let people hang themselves first. Because I know you're going to go on your channel, cry over any little thing at the end of the day, and we know you're going to cry about that. So we wait a while. Let you cry a little bit, and then we show you that. Yeah, take that in your face. You thought that was the same color. It was the same thing. It was the same thing I thought. That's like the shifting technology. He thought it was all black. No, that's a blue screen. That's a red screen. That one's green. That's my rich people laugh. They thought it was the same thing. Taco. They thought it was the same screen. Do you believe that? Oh, man, I like messing with them. They're funny. Anyway, they thought it was the same screen. We just said we can make the screens in different colors. I think I've mentioned that before, right? All right, let me see. We got to get this in the juice real quick. I think my juice or my charge should be good. We got my charge. 93%. Ah, crap. What are we plugged into? I got a funny feeling we're plugged into something different. Dynamics. Gotta get these two separated. There's another cord. I was wondering, why are we still reading 90 something? Because I got my massage chair adapter plugged in there. Massage chair's going to charge that thing up. Get it, Taco, get it. Row! Row, Taco, row! Row? Wowie. Row. 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 Rawr, the gallop! The famous gallop through your head back. Oh. Heavens and Murgatroyd! Heavens and Murgatroyd! What are you doing? Heavens and Murgatroyd! Rawr. It's funny. Heavens and Murgatroyd! Heavens and Murgatroyd! Rawr. Funny, it's funny. Throws his head back on the gallop. Heavens and Murgatroyd! Oh, Sunday, you got a date and a seafood platter waiting for your buddy boy. Bam, bam, bam. And hook them up with a seafood platter. Rawr. Rawr. You got a seafood platter coming to you, isn't it? Rawr. Yep. Get it, 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 get it. Get it. We got a seafood platter, baby, coming to you. I got my seafood platter. I can't believe it. $100 seafood platter they get for him. You don't even eat all that. All that seafood. You don't get this lobster, this scampies, and all that other stuff you like to eat. Got to go tomorrow morning. He's been requested by family. Where the freak is Taco? Never bring Taco by. Never bring Taco by. Bring him by. We got his playpen he sits in. He's on the porch and chill with us. And with Apollo, his cousin, which is a German Shepherd. Gee whiz, I swear. You got to get to know those dogs. At the end of their dogs are automatically territorial animals from the door. Whew. Man, they definitely perfect for police dogs. They about that. They definitely about that. I'm glad I got to know when they first got them. Somebody else came up in the house to talk to somebody, and that sucker shot up and ran down the stairs. Like, oh man, this is going to be an issue. Yeah. About that. Okay, people, we had a lot of fun here, didn't we? Today we talked about this, we talked about that. We usually do, you know what I mean? We always bring the trolls in there. I like busting the trolls. They talk so much trash. They talk so. You're a troll here right now. Listen to me. You talk so much trash, mind you, and you had to shut your business down. You done left the stores, freaking cobwebs in there. Is that? Nobody been there for days. Probably somebody in there sleeping in the back, burning a trash can. Who knows? They just abandon stuff, just leave it out. Man, this is the reason why I see when companies see that nonsense in the day. That's why I don't do business with you. Because things get tough. The first thing you guys start doing is running. All right, just like you did right now. Go run. Run just left the room the minute I said. You're probably running right now down the hallway, transforming and wearing pigtails. Jump on his bed. Go, I hate him. 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 Go write in your diary. Don't worry. Nobody can't read what you're writing. Your tears wash away the ink. Ooh, that was a good one, brother. That was a good one. I like that one. That was a good one. I'm keeping that one. And anyway, I didn't stick around that long. Well, he did, but he didn't do 2 hours. He was sticking around. Oh well. My man. Don't get mad at me. I mean, anytime you got to break the law to compete with my company, that is pretty sad. Let me explain something to you, naysayer. I'm going to make a ton of money out here. A ton of money. You know why? Because the technology we engineer has never been seen before. Even online. The fact that AI is already celebrating our technology and knows nothing about you at all, period. Tells you about that from the door. You see gain range? No, you don't see it up there. Oh my goodness. We need to have mercy. Yeah. Man, you're getting crushed. Oh, there's nothing left of y'all. I'm gonna make a lot of money out here. What are you gonna do? I made a suggestion that the technology engineer that 8 pieces cost $6,000. You know we're going to pay it? We're going to give me $6,000 for 8 squares. So imagine if a company orders 60 squares. You make that in a day. Or invest in a day. The reason why y'all made your business strategy poor, very poor. I'm about to get in your head rent free. Don't bother locking your door. I'm already in. I'm making a sandwich in the kitchen already. You guys got the idea. You're all going to team up on me. Remember? This is what happened. So you got Danny. But he speaks pretty well. You guys don't. And you thought that he could make a black product to come against me, right? Now he tried to do it at 160. It didn't go well because he had to give us back our money. But then he turned around and he tried to make another one called a Series C. He put it on camera, he lied, talked, whatever, cut corners, whatever. Anything it took to show my company up to take my company down. You guys thought you all worked together against me, do fake demonstrations against me, do fake unboxings against me, and this would cause people to not to buy from me at all, period, and my company would go under. The problem you have at the end of the day that I've done this one already before. I did this with a company tried to do this to me, and I crushed them in court. Which developed the technology on the digital 4K crystal onyx. I did this one already before. But anyway, so you thought this time around, we'll mark our product down to $60. You charge $60, people will buy it. They won't buy his stuff, they'll buy our stuff instead. The problem you have is we test all our stuff. Like you're watching me do right now. Go outside and do these demonstrations on the technologies, but the sunlight outside, we have to back that stuff up. So that's why we're outside doing all this tests. And we have a customer base that goes back farther than yours. I've been here longer than you. I've done more business with more companies than yours. So again, that wasn't going to work. And most of all, and I can't leave this out enough, but all our technology is engineered by God. So technically you were fighting against God. How did that work out for you? It didn't. It got you sued. And probably you're about to get sued and thrown in jail, because I'm definitely looking for that jail time. My lawyer wants 50 years. That's what it's going to make him happy at the end of the day. That's what's going to make us happy. Minimum of 50, I think, is enough. But anyway, those of you who hit copyrights, I'm not responsible for that. That's whatever they decide. We're going to get 80 years out of that. That's just you. But anyway, you tried all that, right? And you found out that you failed. We got Danny to send back money. We got Danny to lock down shopping carts. We got Danny to cut down, remove states. We embarrassed the crap out of Danny. And Danny finally gave up. His last video was about basically making our FLE technology when he couldn't even figure out how to make gain range. I even sent him emails. It's on the blacklist. Right to his site. Emails and messaging requesting to show 2 videos of the gain range, which he cannot do. Which now we're challenging him in court on it. So again, got him sued. Got a $100 million lawsuit coming his way for using my face without my permission. We're suing him for that. And he's going to go to court with that whole gain range nonsense. So it ain't going too well for him. You guys, on the other hand, the other guy, who, Mr. Williams, turned out to be a nutcase. Ended up exposing himself, ripping off people from the church, basically sexual predator, all that nonsense. And right now, what's going on between that and that funeral home, yeah, there's some heat going on right now. And we got to basically send letters out to him, actually the funeral home, to give him copies of what we got over here so he can have it for whatever he needs in court. We're still in the building. My sister's still in the building, and I know darn well he's going to sue that building after those pictures are attached to his business. So yeah, we're going to get paid on that. So yeah, he's going to jail for a very long time. He's never going to get out. So that's what happened to him. And then you got Jamie, who's got, good gracious, I don't even know where to start with that one, but it's really bad. And you got McAfee, who's trying to stay hidden the best he can. And it's not going to help, because we know where McAfee is located at. And Flushington, Ohio, 800 people, he wasn't a hard person to find by the investigator. And he cried about losing his house, which unfortunately he is going to lose the house. And along with the lawsuits along with it, and maybe possible jail time. So guess what? It ended up well for you guys. And what do you have to show for all of it? Nothing but trying to hide. That's pretty much it. Jamie turned his whole entire YouTube channel to a troll. He became an internet troll of our company. Moving on to bigger and better things. That's bigger and better things for you? Gee whiz, I'd rather have prison. So pretty much, no, you guys ended up with nothing. All that what you tried to do to take me down, what happened? And all that, I ended up with a screen paint and a technology we had behind us that can absorb sunlight. That's what happened to us, which is worth millions of dollars now. Well, there you go. So your plan on trying to take me down failed miserably. Now, if you excuse me, gentlemen, I got demonstrations to do outside. Already did my son demonstration mashup. Put a fireplace anywhere we want to go. I got a future to build. I got an empire to construct. And you guys, at the end of the day, you better run. Because once we're done and everything's about finalized, when I get them notices back from the courts, we're showing up lawyers and all, full force. 2 goals we got. Keep you in jail forever and take everything from you. That's the only option. That's the only 2 goals I have towards you. Take it all from you, leave you with absolutely nothing. And then after we're done with that, I'm going to throw you in jail for the rest of your life. Because we can do it. Because we're going to request a judge that the problems that we had from you guys down through time and the way you guys all know each other, we're going to file a conspiracy charge against you. You know what a conspiracy charge would do? They can promise you a long time in jail. Mind you, gentlemen, you're not young. Anytime you're giving is a life sentence. You get 15, that's a life sentence. And anytime you spend in there, well, I'm not going to explain it to you, but like I said, some people don't make it the next day. I'm not going to tell you how. It's none of my business. I'm not going to tell you much. None of my business. But all I can tell you is some people get off the bus and you just never see them again. Things happen in those places at the end of the day. All kinds of things happen. That's all you need to know. Just be prepared because it's coming. We committed enough crimes. And besides, once, man, you guys are going to snitch on each other left and right. I can see it right now. Jamie's a pretty hateful person. There is no way in the world he's going to do that kind of time and go along with it. He's going to bring people down with him. I know that for a fact. He already did it with the refusal nonsense. All you guys who backed him on his paint, he denied his own product and sent it back to us. So that means he threw you under a bus. Those who backed him. The Crow Boys, all you guys got thrown under a bus multiple times. So let the snitching party begin. I'll tell you one thing I will do. We're willing to work out a plea deal wherever snitches the most. So I guarantee you they're going to snitch on each other left and right. You still can get jail. That doesn't make a difference. You still can get jail, but it used to be less. But we'll ask for it. So if we start snitching, you get less time. Let's see who's willing to snitch. I guarantee they'll start snitching without the plea deal. Okay, well, that's your goal. Well, no, that's just your future. And my goal is basically to do what we do. Now, I've got business to deal out here. My business card passed over 27 times a day. Bam! Which means I got people out there looking at my website right now, checking out everything we got to offer. I'm so glad we had. Did we sing that wrong song already? I don't want to sing that again. We already sang that one already again. We're at 7 o'clock. Oh, shoot, 7 o'clock. We got to go. See y'all later, people. We got to be out.